Alright, I'm jumping on here today to do a catch up video is what I'm going to call it. Go over all the news from the week. Some of the news I covered previously in videos, and some of the news will be from this weekend. Haven't gotten to make a video on it yet. But again, this will be a catch up video, a cover all, maybe just like a review of everything that's happened this week. I hope to do these like on every Sunday so that I can cover all the news, cover any like minor updates that are happened. And then if you missed some of the videos throughout the week, you can definitely watch this episode, this show, this video on Sundays and get really all the news in one place. Alright, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Gotta say that before I get started so I can build up the channel, keep getting more viewers, and if you appreciate the content, a like doesn't cost anything, it's absolutely free. So hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to know exactly when I release new videos, hit that notification bell. Alright, so gotta talk about Christian Cooper and Amy Cooper again. And the news that came out this week, I really saw it coming. Because I think a couple weeks ago, when Christian Cooper was interviewed, it might have been by Gayle King, he was basically like, you know, I don't think Amy Cooper is racist. And of course, Christian Cooper was the black birder who was out in Central Park, told Amy Cooper to lock up her dog or put at leash her dog. She didn't want to do it. And so she called the police and was like, I'm going to report an African American man is harassing me. And so it kind of ballooned up from there once that hit social media. And so Christian Cooper went on Gayle King and it's like, yeah, I think what Amy Cooper did was racist, but I don't think she is a racist person. And so just from that little bit of, you don't know Amy Cooper well enough to know she's not racist. You don't, because what she did was blatantly racist. How can you based on your experiences with her, based on the vitriol with which she decided to use racist violence as a weapon, how is the conclusion you come to is that she's not racist? Anyway, so from that I was like, something about Christian Cooper don't sit right with me. He's not even, after all that's happened to him, and knowing that Amy Cooper can go get another job tomorrow, there are plenty of people that were going to hire her. Saying that she can't live in New York City like she's done is at the least of the punishment she could use. It's certainly not going to jail. We see lots of black men and women go to jail for less. And so the news that came out this week was the Manhattan DA's office decided to formally charge Amy Cooper with falsely reporting an incident. So it's a misdemeanor. She could face up to 1 year in jail. And as that news is coming out, haven't heard really from Amy Cooper at all recently. But Christian Cooper came out and said, I think she's faced enough punishment at this point. I feel like we're piling on. DA's office is piling on. Media is piling on. Social media. The world is piling on. And he said she shouldn't face any more punishment. She shouldn't go to jail. And for me, it comes down to the fact that I've said it once already. This is above Christian Cooper now. If somebody commits a crime, whether the victim cooperates or not, the crime was still committed, and the state has the authority to charge that person as they see fit. Christian Cooper isn't the arbiter or the keeper of the laws. The state is. The states that we decide to live in, the government and the communities that we decide to live in are the keepers of the law. So even from that perspective, it doesn't really matter what Christian Cooper says. Two, Amy Cooper decided to weaponize police violence, the criminal justice system, against Christian Cooper. So at the very least, if we're really saying an eye for an eye, makes the whole world blind, of course, but an equal. I'll say it this way: Amy Cooper should not now have a problem with the criminal justice system being used. She wanted to use it. She shouldn't have a problem with it being used now. Whether you're a believer in a police abolishment and criminal justice reform, the quickest way to reform a system is to have a white woman use it. So if we truly want criminal justice reform, we know that in America, as soon as white folks have to lose something, as soon as they have to be disenfranchised, oppressed, you know, harassed in the criminal justice system, then it might actually change. So that's really my thoughts about that. Totally insane. We'll see what happens. Will Amy Cooper get time? I hope so. If they make an example of her, like we've seen the judges and juries make of black people all the time, if that actually happens, and she's made an example, since this is a crime that was perpetuated, or at least has made it to the national stage, there are laws being named after Amy Cooper, or there are proposed laws in New York to make exactly what Amy Cooper did a crime. If all that is real and legitimate, then prove it, and she'll actually get jail time. If not, then it's just another farce. So that's good old Amy Cooper. What else did I want to talk about? Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I read on there Kanye running for president. He announced. He only seems to want to talk to Forbes, right? His last two big things have been in Forbes when he was declared a billionaire. You know, he's a billionaire, but took a $2 million PPP loan from the government. You know, who knows what Yeezy's actually worth with this recession happening? So Yeezy declared that he's running for president, U.S. President 2020, in the happy birthday party. Because if he wins, it's going to be everybody's birthday when they get something. Something like that. And like I said before, it's really a distraction. You know, there are real issues that need to be interrogated this election cycle. I've said before, I'm not voting for any president that doesn't have a day one reparations plan for ADOS. Not doing it. So until I hear that out of Kanye's mouth, I can't take him seriously as a candidate. Just like I don't take Biden seriously, just like I don't take Trump seriously. So at the end of the day, Kanye can run under whatever party he wants to, with whatever vice president he wants to. But if he isn't coming with a policy over whatever party he's affiliated with, it won't be for me. And then speaking of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, talked about Kylie got caught up again. And of course there was debate about what exactly Kylie owes. And of course you're going to always have your Kardashian stans who are going to cape for the Kardashian-Jenners no matter what happens. But I think with this particular situation, we've seen Kylie time and time again appropriate and steal, especially from black creators and black culture. So she's on vacation somewhere and she posts this dress without tagging the brand. The brand again is Loud Brand Studios. I posted some of their photos on my video earlier this week with the links to their Instagram and Twitter page, and the stuff looks good. So Kylie posted it, didn't tag it. Subsequently, folks are actually replying to Kylie's Instagram posts and with the brand Loud Brand Studios tagged, and saying Kylie's deleting those comments. And then a person on Twitter posts that, Kylie, basically, how dare you? Why are you deleting comments of people who post the brand? And so I think Kylie has 180 million followers on Instagram. Do I think Kylie is spicy enough to not want to give free brand promotion? Probably, when every post you put up is a Super Bowl commercial worth that much. So I can understand that. do I also find it really off putting if you're deleting comments that tag the brand, whether you don't want to give free publicity or some more nefarious reason. Either way, it's kind of like you have that much time, or whoever you're paying somebody to delete comments of a dress you of a brand that you obviously like you like the brand, or you wouldn't have posted a picture in it. So it doesn't make sense. And then Kylie later comes back and says it's absurd that she would be deleting comments, or that she doesn't want to promote, black brands. Folks are saying she has a black baby, dates black people. Of course, she can't be racist. That's dumb. But so she comes up and says, this is completely fake, and post it. But like I said, we go back to the debate where Kylie has done this time and time before. You see the picture on the picture on the left and the picture on the right, and it's just copied, same color, same design, same cuts. Same thing with her makeup brand. And so it's hard to say that this is just coincidence. Again, history is the best teacher. And so we'll see if Kylie continues to kind of hit back when folks are saying, "Hey, why didn't you tag this?" Or if she comes out and says, "You know what? I'm not." She has her brands. She has her brands. So it's completely understandable that she doesn't want to give free promotion. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, yep. Talked about that Kanye stuff. Save 90 Day Fiance. Oh yeah, Save 90 Day Fiance for a separate video. I've watched episode 1 of 2 of 90 Day Fiance the other way. And so I gotta catch up on, I think they're probably like on episode 6 by now. It's hard because this season just, I don't know. It hasn't really done it for me yet. I think there are a couple seasons of 90 Day Fiance out right now. And I'm not really watching any of them. There is like no good TV on right now. I try to watch, what's that movie called? I can't even think of it right now. That new movie with Charlize Theron. I try to watch it. Can't even think of it. On Netflix, and it just, even just like for the first, I couldn't get past the first 10 minutes. But I will try again. What the hell is that movie called? I don't know. I can't think of it. But, what I wanted to get to was talking about the news that we got on Wednesday of last week. Wednesday last week, which would be July 8th, that Naya Rivera went out on a pontoon boat with her son at Lake Pyro. Her son subsequently was found on the boat alone, and the Ventura County Sheriff's Office has been searching for Naya Rivera ever since. So, very thankful that her son is okay, but there has been no real significant updates about Naya Rivera's location since the search started. I was reporting on Wednesday that they had about 100 folks out there searching, including divers, ground personnel from the sheriff's office. Soon they had canine dogs out already. It'd be helicopter operating sonar, folks in boats operating sonar. And that's kind of, as it's become gone from a search and rescue mission to a recovery mission. So that's understandable. Search and rescue, they're actively looking for a person who is alive, who is probably alive, probable chance of being alive. Whereas a recovery mission, they're, like the sheriff's office said, trying to recover a body possibly to bring closure to the family and bring closure to the case. And so since it's become a recovery mission, assets have dwindled. We have gotten some more details on what happened up to and after the disappearance. kind of we've talked about the conditions of the water in Lake Piru and how that contributes to the search operations. And this is when Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, day five. Since she's been missing. Again, went out on a pontoon boat with her 4-year-old son Josie, and it's been reported that this wasn't her first time going out on a boat on Lake Piru. I'm not sure if it was her first time on a pontoon boat, but it's apparent that she's been out there multiple times before and has experience swimming, boating, and being out on that particular lake. Although the sheriff's office wasn't sure if her son had been out there with her as many times. Found on the boat one life jacket that was unworn, and one life jacket on her son. And also, there's kind of been mixed information on whether Naya Rivera's purse and wallet and ID were on the boat or if they had been left in the car. And the sheriff's office has released footage of the dock, or I would say the parking area, not exactly the dock, but the parking area where Naya Rivera parked on Wednesday, and you could see her probably for a good while, definitely over a few minutes, packing up and getting things ready with her son, and then subsequently walking over to the boat rental area. But as reported, the conditions have been difficult. 1 to 2 feet visibility. I saw the water. It looks murky and cold. I would assume that since the search team has been disturbing the water, that it's even murkier than it might have been if you'd only have recreational use of the water. Although during the search process, folks have been prohibited from using the lake for recreational purposes. So there's nobody out there just fishing or swimming. It's only been used for. It's only been so only the search team is able to use it. And the only thing that's I would say one of the things that's been bothering me about the situation is folks turning this whole situation into a meme, or are putting this on the Glee curse, or saying this is just a conspiracy that happens with the Glee cast members. I think that's irresponsible, and it definitely, like, even if you think that, it's just crazy to be posting it on social media, where family, friends are scrolling just to find some comfort or to get updates. Sometimes social media knows before family and friends actually know, and they see that kind of like ridiculous assumption about some kind of curse. But yeah, I hope this doesn't stretch on for long. One of the things I said, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 5 days. It's day 5 now. I really hope it doesn't stretch much longer. I hope it's over soon. In other sort of difficult news, it's been announced that Pop Smoke's killers, or I would say suspected killers, have been arrested. I wanted to get more information about this happening because I briefly saw it, and I think I looked at Mr. Teleferro's video. Love Mr. Teleferro. It's Mr. Teleferro on Twitter and Instagram, and you can find his YouTube videos. He does covers a lot of sports. Yeah, let me go to this real quick. So it says 5 arrested in shooting death of rapper Pop Smoke in Hollywood Hills. It says Los Angeles police on Thursday arrested 5 people in connection with the February slaying of Brooklyn rapper Pop Smoke, who was gunned down in a rented Hollywood Hills home. I remember seeing that he was staying at an Airbnb, and a lot of folks in the area actually knew, based on pictures Pop Smoke was posting, what Airbnb he was staying at and the address. I guess it was a popular Airbnb in the area. There's a place that celebrities are renting. I assume it would be. It says the suspects are 3 adults and 2 juveniles who were taken into custody. So right on February 19th, as we know, that's when all this originally went down. That Pop Smoke was shot and killed in the rental home. Of course, his real name is Bashar Jackson. Goes by Pop Smoke, and he just released an album posthumously. His record label did. That is supposed to be going number one this week, so that's good to hear. I believe it's called "Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon." I want to make sure I get that right. I think it is. Yeah, "Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon." Glad I got that right. So yes, five arrested, three adults, two juveniles. Of course, we won't learn the juveniles' names. But from what folks are saying is Pop Smoke and his crew were, posting on Instagram as most people do. But unlike most folks, Pop Smoke had a good deal of money on his person. A nice car, nice home. He's well known, not only to have cash, but to have the jewelry. And so somebody took advantage of that. I think there was even a picture that had the address to where he was at, the address to the Airbnb. And again, somebody took advantage of that on social media and rolled up on him and shot him. And thankfully the police have been able to locate some suspects. I hope it's actually them. I hope this isn't an opportunity to get the case resolved, and some men are being blamed for a crime they didn't commit. So I hope these are the right people, so that Pop Smoke's family can get justice, and that there's some accountability for this kind of stuff when it happens. So this is like the second, if not third, get up to half a dozen rappers who've been killed. We come to find out it's not over some personal beef or any ill will on the rapper's part, but it's just like, I want what you have. You have something that I don't, and I'm gonna get it from you through whatever means possible. It's just ridiculous, of course. And so, yes, they're LA, looks like LAPD have arrested. They're in custody. Um, yes, they say it was targeted by assailants. He was targeted. He was targeted because of what he had. Other than, as I talked about earlier this week, Jada Pinkett Smith finally brought herself to the red table and released it. Brought Will with her. I'll be honest, I didn't watch it. It's too cringe. I can't. There's no way I'm watching it. First of all, it's like personal people's business. Then I don't really want to talk about or listen to two other grown folks talk about what they do in the bedroom if I don't know them. Like, we know Will and Jada as like celebrities, but I don't need to know them unless I'm their therapist or their best friend. But Jada was like, she's getting roasted on Twitter because she wanted to call what she did, her relationship or her thing with August Alsina, an entanglement. And Will called her out and was like, no, you are in a full-fledged relationship. Don't be calling this an entanglement. Entanglement makes it sound like, I guess, and maybe it was for Jada. It makes it sound like unserious, like short, something that happens by chance and is not intentional. But Will's like, no, this is a relationship. But it sounds like, from what I'm seeing, that they were actually separated at the time, that no one cheated. I want to know what Will's up to though if they were separated. I guess his deal was like, hey, my boo didn't go talking and yours did, so This ain't got nothing to do with me and whoever. But yeah, apparently they were separated. So I don't know if it was as big a deal as people are making it. Interesting that they, though, Will and Jada, feel like they have to come out and talk about this because, again, I mean, they're celebrities. They both say that they make their money on social media, and so I think this is just like a way to keep it rolling in. Is I'm gonna y'all I'm gonna stay on y'all's lips. You're gonna keep talking. You're gonna talk about us. I mean, it's crazy that Will and Jada are somehow like more famous than their kids in a way, even though their kids are obviously at that age where they're more likely to be on social media and doing all the things that get on social media. So I just find that funny that it's Will and Jada we're talking about and not uh, the kids. But yeah, that was a big fizzle, I think. They were separated. And then August Alsina started going at Keke Palmer. I think Keke was saying something like, people just need to like keep what's private private. And August was like, you're always coming on somebody's business. You're just mad because I didn't want you. Crazy that they're going back and forth. I mean, I like Keke Palmer, so you're not gonna get me to say anything bad about Keke Palmer. But August Alsina, very yeah. I don't go back and forth on social media, and I'm definitely not going back and forth about something that is like not your concern. So it was all very petty to me on August Alsina's part. It's maybe been like petty on his part from the start. But that's I think most of the news. Of course I'm gonna throw all the pics in there. And let me make sure. Let me check the tweets real quick. Oh God, yeah, I see something that popped up now. Megan Thee Stallion was photographed with Kylie Jenner. I might touch that later this week, but Megan's been photographed with all kinds of folks. So Tory Lanez is Kylie and Tory Lanez now. People didn't like it when she was with Machine Gun Kelly. They didn't like when she was with Trey Songz. They don't like when she with Nicki. They don't like when she give a shout out to Cardi. Although somebody else said Megan you can't be friends with everybody, which I get. It's like if you're friends with everybody, then you're friends with nobody. Oh yeah, dang, that's right. That's why people were side eyeing her because Megan used to hang out with Jordan Woods, who we know used to be besties with Kylie. Before Kylie, or before Jordan, before that thing with Jordan, Tristan, and Courtney happened. So it's all a mess. Wow. I be talking like I actually know these people. I don't, but folks might be right. Megan, you friends with everybody? There's that girl sometimes who's friends with everybody. There's that one girl at school who gets along with everybody, but still, like, if she gets along with everybody, you can't really. That's not the person you're gonna be telling y'all your secrets to. That's not the one you're gonna be like. If I tell her something, she gonna go back and tell her. Yeah, Megan. I like Megan Thee Stallion though. I like Megan. All right, that's my catch-up show. Don't forget to like this video if you appreciate the content and hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free to do so. And I really appreciate that. And then go ahead and drop a comment below if you have some more news about what I talked about in this video, or if there's a topic you want me to cover, any shows you want me to review. Like I said, I'm kind of trying to watch 90 Day Fiancé right now. That's probably it. I wouldn't mind watching a couple different reality shows. I like stuff that comes on Netflix. I watched The Circle. Watch Love Is Blind. Is that what it's called? So I like both of those. So if there's a new show coming out like that, I will review them. Just leave a comment below if you have ideas about videos I should do, or if you have any updates, news, thoughts, ideas about the topics I covered. And I'll read those and try to get back to you. All right, bye.